if you are new, my name is Louise Pentland and I make videos about motherhood and lifestyle. If you're an oldie but goldie, come on in and get comfortable. We've got a guest.
Hello!
It's Katie Ellison. You might remember her as the artist formerly known as Mummy Daddy Me, but she's now had a revamp and a rebrand and you are Katie Ellison.
Just my name.
Just my name. Just you. Firstly, we'd like to apologise for the lighting. It is the greyest day ever, so we are looking a bit bluey grey.
We do look quite grey.
We have fiddled with the settings, but this is as good as it gets. Today we're going to be talking about Center Parcs. Before we do, I just want to ask you to go and head over to Katie's channel on Instagram because it's just lovely. It's house interiors, it's family life, it's travel. You won't mind me saying she's swish. Like the editing is swish.
Thank you.
The photography is swish. It's none of this. Sorry, it's a bit grey.
It probably will be though.
It's not. So I'm going to leave her links below, and also the video that we film over on her channel I will leave below for you as well. Something we both have in common is we both love
Center Parcs.
We didn't even rehearse.
I know.
We both love Center Parcs. I've just been, and my vlog of the trip is going up on Sunday at 9 AM, and I wanted to make a tips video, and I was like, Katie, you should be in my tips video. And we'll do a little cheeky collab. So here we are doing an impromptu, slightly badly lit collab.
Yep.
I'll just get crack-a-lacking with tip number 1.
So tip number 1 is make full use of all the free activities, because obviously Center Parcs can be expensive, can't it? Especially if you go in school holidays.
It all adds up because you pay per activity.
So there's lots of free activities that you can enjoy while you're there. So the swimming, the subtropical, is it called the Subtropical Paradise?
Yes, they've got everything.
Everything.
Slides, rapids, wave
My
machine.
kids have spent all day in there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You'll find, if you go with children, that basically that's the only place they want to be is the Subtropical Paradise.
Obviously that's free. You can do lots of other activities as well, but you can take advantage of all the walking there is around there. You can bring your own bike. You don't have to hire bikes.
Bike
so
rides.
You can do lots of bike rides. There's lots of like little playgrounds dotted about.
Yeah.
And just walking through the forest. There's so many lovely things. You know, you could even in the summertime, we've actually only ever been kind of winter and autumn, but you could pack a picnic.
Yeah.
And go and explore.
You can really spend as much or as little as you want. So obviously you pay for the cabin, and we've got a great tip about that coming up, so stay tuned. But all the extra activities, you don't necessarily need to book them because there is enough to do, I think, without booking more.
Definitely. I think, to be honest, until the last time we went, most of the time we've ever just spent in the pool. Yeah. Tip number 2.
Bring your own towels for the swimming pool. So each lodge comes with towels, and you can hire towels at the Subtropical Paradise swimming pool. But if you're like a family of 4 or more, that's going to add up. So don't forget to bring towels. We all know how hellish the family changing room is. You are hot.
It's just,
oh god, it's just trying to get skinny jeans on, holding a baby, or with a baby in one of those like change things.
And you know, you're all sort of like grappling around in the family changing rooms. There's never enough family changing rooms either.
And the family changing room is not that much bigger. It's not that much bigger.
It's not. And you can hear all these families. There's, you know, there's kids crying. There's kids like, there's parents just going, just get changed.
You had another tip about after the changing rooms.
Yes, so I always bring onesies or pajamas for the kids, and just like jogging bottoms and something like a hoodie for me.
I would like to see you and John in onesies.
Yeah, I have had a onesie in my time, but it's just so much easier than having to like we say, put skinny jeans back on kids.
Leggings and tights.
Yes, or dresses, or no. It's just so much easier, and no one's looking at what you look like there, and you can just snuggle back in your onesie and head back to your lodge.
Adds to the coziness.
Yes.
Tip number 3
is if you are booking in lodge dining, because they do have lots of takeaway options. You'd think it being takeaway you could just ring up. Yes, it's often booked up. Sometimes it's not, but a lot of the time it is booked up, so you need to make sure that you book in advance for things like that if you fancy. I think there's takeaway pizzas, and is there an Indian as well?
They've got all different types of food, and you have a little book in your lodge, so you ring up and I was like, can we book this? And they were like, oh, we don't have a slot till 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
always
book
late as well,
online.
isn't it?
You can actually book it all online in advance, which I know feels a bit weird for takeaway, but you can. And also restaurants.
There's so many good restaurant choices there as well.
They've got a few different ones, but you need to book them in advance. Like the same way you would book your activities online, make sure you think about your meals. My
kids really wanted to go. The one thing that they wanted to do while we were there was to go to the Pancake House, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, it'll be fine. It was booked up. So definitely book in advance.
If you don't get something booked, don't worry. There's all the lodges have kitchens and there's a supermarket on site, so you're going to be all right. But
and I think the restaurants do walk-ins as well, but it's just if you definitely have your heart set on doing something.
Or if you're like in a big group to celebrate something.
Yes, definitely book in advance. Tip number 4
is to pack for comfort, not fashion.
Definitely.
I'm going to be sharing some pictures of us both at Center Parcs. Honestly, it is a jeans and jumpers and like coats,
warm cozy hats,
warm coats, wellies, shorts and t-shirts kind of place. So when you're packing, don't pack heels, don't worry about anything dressy. Maybe one
I packed a couple of dresses and then didn't wear them at all.
Yeah,
everyone just wants to be comfy and cozy.
Maybe a nice thing if you're going out in the evening.
Yeah, especially if you're there for a celebration or something.
Yeah, but that's about it. Tip number 5
is don't worry if you've forgotten something, and don't feel like you need to pack loads of food shopping, because there's an on-site supermarket, isn't there?
Which is really good.
And an on-site gift shop as well, if that kind of thing floats your boat. And you just don't need to pack a lot of stuff, because they have things there. They also do a thing, I think you need to book it in advance, where you definitely do, where there's a welcome pack, which we found to be really useful. I think you do pay more than you would if you were to go and get it from...
You're paying a lot for the
supermarket.
Convenience.
Yes. But it's got things like bread, milk, washing up liquid,
butter,
that kind of thing.
Coffee.
Just a welcome pack, just an easy sort of pack to get you started with things, like coal for the fire.
I've done things before where on the day of, that morning, I've gone to like our local supermarket and taken so much food and then not got through it all.
Yeah, you just don't eat it all, do you?
You don't. And then this weekend, I was like, no, I'm not taking any food with this. This is ridiculous. I'm doing like a full shop for a weekend and there's not enough space either. It's only a small fridge. So I just booked the welcome pack and it was fine. And it might mean that like you don't have the exact thing you would normally have for breakfast, but that's part of the adventure.
I think they give you the, which I used to love when I was little, the cereals. Do you remember the variety packs of cereals?
We got little brioche things. So there is that. I will say though, which is kind of going against this tip, the supermarket shuts at 9, or it did for us this weekend, and we didn't get there until about 10 to 9. We were going to go out and get a couple of extra bits and it was shut. So and
then also going against it a little bit, one thing that we do as well is make sure that we pack a little packed lunch for the kids to go into the swimming pool, because if you're swimming all day, the food in there is it's like fried food. So we pack like a supermarket packed lunch for the kids, and it means that they can enjoy that and they can pick at it each time while we're in there.
I'm a fear.
Yep. Tip number 6
is not to leave your bikes any old place. I know this because I have been this person. So you can hire bikes there and they have loads of parking spots for them.
Everywhere, don't they?
Everywhere. Like, I'm embarrassed to say that I was that parent.
Oh, you were that one.
Yes. We were rushing to get to, I think, like the Owl experience. And I was like, Darcy, just leave your bike there. Just push it up against the wall. Like, I wasn't just leaving it like on the road. On the road in the middle.
Just chuck it there.
We left it like up against something and then we came out, it was gone. For obvious reason, like if everyone did that, it would get really messy and it's not safe. It could have, like, I don't know, it's going to get in the way. So don't leave your bikes laying around because they will just be removed.
And definitely if you're bringing your own bike, pack a lock as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really safe there, but still, no, I've never bought mine. Actually, no, we have bought our own bikes.
I don't even have my own bike.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm a keen bike rider.
I imagine you are.
I'm a keen cycler.
Love a good ride.
I love a good ride.
So we've sort of touched on this one already, but tip number 7, Katie, take it away.
Is to make sure that you don't pack too much into your days there. Yeah. Like we said, our kids just love being in the pool all day.
Yes.
But if you do want to do stuff, there is so many different activities and things that you can do, isn't there?
Every time I go, and I've been 5 times now, every time I go, I'm like, oh, I didn't know they did that here.
I know, they have so many different things. And not, like, I mean, they are expensive. Like, I always, like, go, ugh, at the price of the bowling.
Yeah.
Like,
we paid £24 for Darcy to go rock climbing, but it was for a whole hour.
Yeah, it is, like, but, you know, especially if it's a special celebration, you can do as little or as much as you want, but definitely book them in advance. Again, you can book them while you're there, but you're unlikely to get the time slot and things that you want, so it's definitely good to book them in advance.
Definitely.
But not to pack too much in, especially if you've got young kids.
Yeah, we've done that where we've had like a morning activity and an afternoon activity and tried to squeeze swimming in. But think about it, if you were at home for a day, you wouldn't be like, okay kids, we're going swimming, then we're going to go for a bike ride, then we're going to go to archery,
then we're going to go
Sedgeways. Like, Sedgeways? Are they called Sedgeways?
Is that what they're called? Sedgeways?
Sedgeways or Segways?
Segways. I don't know,
I might be wrong.
No, I think it is Is
it Sedgeways or Segways?
I think it's Segways. Sedgeways?
Right, answer Katie for Sedgeways, Louise for Segways. We'll see.
I think it's... Oh, I don't know now.
So book in advance and don't pack too much in.
So the next tip is...
to fill your lodge. Now, we booked a 2-bedroom lodge a couple of times ago, and it has a double room for Liam and I, and then a twin room, but because our daughter is under 2, she was sleeping in a cot, so we took my auntie Judith to take the extra place in the twin room, because it's just more fun.
Exactly,
more people,
exactly. We go with my sister a lot as well. Exactly.
That's what you've got for that, isn't it? Okay, great.
I'm not gonna...
Our second to last tip is...
make sure that you really familiarise yourself with where your lodge is, like maybe take a picture of it, or take a picture.
Number at least.
Yes, because they are all the same.
They all
literally all look the same.
Many. We were lodge 781.
It's like crazy, yeah. And they are like done in sort of, you know, you're in, I can't remember how they do it.
Like maple, oak,
but
cedar.
Still, like when you're driving back in the dark, or cycling back in the dark, sorry, and you just have no idea where you're going, definitely familiarise yourself with your route.
Take a picture of the map or download the map onto your phone. I found really helpful.
I think as well, if you, like, it's obviously okay for our kids because they're not old enough to go out on their own yet, but if you've got kids who are a little bit older, maybe again, make sure you let them to take a picture on their phone so they can go out.
You can get a map, they give you guest services, so even just give them a map.
Yeah, so they know where they're going.
Their orientation skills.
A bit of a, what's that called?
Orientation. Is it? No. Map reading, navigation, geography.
Orientation.
Love it.
So our final tip is
to watch vlogs before you go, specifically ours. It might be for some of you that you are planning a trip to Center Parcs, which is why you're watching this video, and if that's you, Katie and I have both made lots of vlogs of our previous trips to Center Parcs, so we will leave them all below for you.
It just adds to the excitement, doesn't it, watching them?
I'm so excited. I should also point out that this video is not sponsored in any way. Our previous trip was not sponsored or gifted in any way. I just really like Center Parcs, and
Center Parcs.
I think you do as well.
Yes, I think when you've got kids, it's just such a nice and even if you don't, it's just such a nice place to go.
I've decided that should I ever get married again, I think I'm going to do my hen do there.
Oh yeah, I just think it'll be so fun. I've had girls' weekends at Center Parcs as well, and the spas, that's another tip actually, the spa is so nice, and you can go in for the day as well. And I've just got, can I give a bonus tip?
Yeah, give a bonus tip, I
think this is one thing that people don't realise, that if you are going for the weekend and you're not that far away from where you live, friends can come in for the day.
I didn't know that.
So you can have a friend come in for a day on a day pass. It is expensive.
Oh, right.
So we've never actually done it because we worked out that the cost just was a bit. But if you want to, and it's a special celebration and you wanted friends to come in, then they can.
I did not know that.
It's
you
like,
are a fountain of knowledge, Katie.
There you go.
Great, well thank you very much for being on my channel. I will link all of Katie's links below and those videos if you enjoyed them. I would love to know if you would like to see me collab with anybody else. Who would you like? Let me know. I can sort that out.
The world is your oyster.
Okie dokie, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on Sunday at 9 AM for the vlog. Bye! Bye! I like to blow kisses. Oh, so many kisses.